Well. Hello and a warm welcome to everybody. Here we are. We're waiting for the next game to start, and our opponent is Vibha Volvoikar from India. Namaste. Okay. So we're playing Nimzovich defense, Kennedy Link Springer variation. You've all seen this a million times before, no doubt. An interesting move here. This early bishop h. Hmm. Okay. Not sure if I like this move. Queen does come in pretty nastily. Yeah. Knight here does hold everything together though. Some pressure building on the pawn. I think this approach works well. It's the most direct. It's like forcing a trade of this pawn for this pawn. It almost seems like. Of course, trade of queens also coming in the air kind of naturally here. And that's also not too bad for me because his queen was somewhat invasive in the position. So I think it's a pretty decent outcome for black strategically. Now, of course, his bishop is also not in a great square. Maybe has to make an awkward move like that. He delivers a check instead. So I think we should take his knight to the edge. Yeah, take his knight to the edge, win the bishop pair, strategic motif, and think about this game a little bit before the next move because the position, there have been a lot of trades. So let's just think for a little second here. What do we really need to achieve? Yeah, I think this seems pretty nice. Maybe bishop comes out afterwards a bit more fluently. King doesn't need to castle queenside, but maybe he should. A little annoying response move like this. I guess knight back. Huh. Should we just simplify here in this position? I think it's okay to simplify. We win a pawn. I think we do win this pawn. Gotta move the rook. Bishop comes in here attacking a new soft square, keeping tempo in the position. There is a tempting move to just advance the pawn forward with check, but it gives his pieces a good square here. So I want to keep this somehow going. moving this up to just release the bishop to potentially come here. Don't know if it does much there because c4 meets it quite directly. But the instructive point here is that we're holding the tension. We're not too eager to capture. We're holding the tension. And bishop can maybe slide here instead. Yeah. We should keep our bishop pair advantage. We should not be too eager to trade material and all that, even though it's tempting. You often find that the whole advantage of the position can just evaporate rather quickly. That was a tiny blunder. Maybe I should have taken that pawn and given up this one. Anyway, let's unleash the rook. The rook needs to come in the game. Okay, I gave him a tempo there. So small inaccuracies, they do add up over time, but hopefully I have enough breathing room to handle it. Now the knight has come in, and it's a rather powerful knight here, so we're going to have to be a little bit circumspect. Yeah, positions potentially heading towards drawish territory. We have to see if he takes with the pawn or no. So this pawn is safe. This is safe. Let's take the extra pawn here. Attack another weak pawn. Just try to keep a small advantage going. Maybe here. Maybe we gotta hold on to this. I don't know. I just played a quick move there. Had to make something happen. What's next? Should I do this? Maybe I need to push this pawn up and hold it together with the rook and permit a trade of rooks. He's getting saucy with his moves here. He's getting rather saucy. You know, we're gonna have to get this king activated in a meaningful way. And okay, few blunders there from me, but still marginally ahead in the game, significantly behind on the clock. But hopefully the chickens are coming home to roost here with a series of trades. No, not to be. Okay, we got ourselves a game here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not going to be easy. This king is in a great position. I would love to be able to enter here, but it's not looking like it's going to happen. So I have to be resilient in some other ways. Okay, we do have two squares that we can target. Let's try to target them and gain position with our king. Oh, that's a blunder from him. People always tend to blunder when I'm down on the clock. It's ridiculous, to be honest. It's somehow a bit ridiculous. Okay, let's pre-move this through. Alright, good. Always look for the 4-square queen checkmate. Okay, that's the quickest way to do it. Alright, so what do we say about this game? White had some momentum here, actually, but didn't play precisely. And this allowed black to go into this kind of setup, which is mildly favorable for black. And here white made a small error again, which lost a second pawn, and all these little pawns, they add up in the long run. You can't just keep giving away pawns forever. Of course, minor tempo losses like this are never a good idea to allow. This capture is questionable in hindsight. Maybe there was a better option here. I'm not sure what, but maybe I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a tricky game here. It was a bit tricky. He didn't make it so easy for me to advance the position. Until he allowed the rooks to come traded off. And that is a fine move, but it makes my play much easier now. And given that he was so much ahead on the clock, I think strategically it may not have been the right idea for him to do that, because it allowed me to play on ultra fast mode and then, pre-move my way through the finish. So another tip. All right, see you.